It's showtime. What's up, historians? Welcome back. Another great episode, Historically Haunted VOCAST, Season 5, Episode 21 right here on, March 20th, 2025. Appreciate you guys tuning in. This will be uploaded to the YouTube channel this weekend for Historically Haunted, so if you do miss the beginning or anything, make sure you check it out. Go ahead and comment, send some stars if you like the material, and make sure and tell your friends and like and share and all that good stuff. You guys know what's going on. You're not dumb, right, historians? So this week we have someone who's not new to the show. I guess my first guest ever, actually. She's a witch. She's my girl of 7 years now, Heather Kiminiti, who's just getting done from having surgery this past week. She's my special guest co-host and the sponsor this week with Witch and Life Guide. What's up, Heather?
Hello. How are you guys? Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very, very excited about tonight. Very excited.
Someone you turned me on to. I'm not going to lie. I turned you on to Yellow Wolf first, actually. I remember listening to a CD a couple of years back, and you were like, holy cow, who's this guy? And get to listening to him, and this dude loves his mama. What's up, Kristen Marie, checking in, official photographer for the Warren Con. Love the background. Thanks for checking in, girl. Appreciate you. Make sure you share it. So then slowly by slowly, we start digesting and realizing who mama is, and we start reaching out and then talking to her, and she is just the sweetest, awesomest person. And of course, the first time didn't work out so well. She's in the middle of a move, but she's back. Without further ado, guys, SHEILA Mitchell, she's her own entity. She's done a lot of stuff. We're going to find out all about it. She's a self-proclaimed witch as well, very much into the spiritual stuff, UFOs, ghosties, all that good stuff. Done a lot of traveling with a lot of roadies and stuff, seen a lot of bands. Of course, it's Yellow Wolf, the rapper's mother, a musician. I'm not even a rapper. But without further ado, she got her own line. Look at the bong I got, guys. Without further ado, the one, the only SHEILA Mitchell, known as Mama Wolf. What's up?
Hi, baby.
Good.
Heather, you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I love you, Mama.
We had some difficulty. It took us a little time backstage to kind of get connected, but God doesn't keep us apart, and we work hard to triumph. So this hit is for you. Check out this bong that we got. It's want to show it off real quick. We got this.
Thank you very much.
Look at that. You put the water and ice.
I know, it's so cool. I love mine too. I actually have one.
How are you, Mama? First and foremost, thank you so much for giving us your time. Gene checking in.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, Adam. I appreciate it so much.
Oh man, it's a blessing. Heather looks up to you. I do too. And getting to talk and know you, you're just an amazing person in your own entity. So I want to start the show with just like I usually do, get my fans and the people that watch the audience to know you if they don't already. What could you started, SHEILA, into all this history, paranormal, just all that stuff? Did you see something when you were young? Is it a movie that turned?
No. And I guess I could say in our family specifically, I just would assume if they're real, it would be the same. It's not something you read in a book. It's not something you just see one day I want to do. Either you're born with it or you're not, or I should say born into it. I think we have like 6 generations in my family that we certainly know of. Some male, but mostly female. The females in my family have always been extremely dominant in numbers, and got some really strong women that came before me. But yeah, it's natural. It comes as natural as breathing.
Wow. Okay. So it's not just a cool nickname or a cool shadow. It's a life form. It's you. It's not just a nickname.
No, it's real. and not always a good thing, or there's repercussions for everything, and there's repercussions for anything negative, and so you just have to take the good with the bad.
As her wall behind you guys shows you, her faith is strong, and I think that's helped you in more than one case. It's not a filter. That's her real wall.
Well, I've been asked actually before, how could I believe in God and have so much faith and then proclaim to be a witch? And I said, it's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing. The power comes from that entity, your higher power, and mine is God. So everything that I possess that is good is him. So, that's just how I look at it. So I'm like, why ask me? I mean, I can obviously be both. you know, a child of God and spiritual, you know. So
Faith is always tested. You know that more than most. I mean, everybody knows that we go through
we
shit.
were
You know?
tested 30 minutes ago. I was like, oh, no more. This is hard.
You held out like a champ on the phone, on the computer, hanging out, flicking off, yelling,
I know,
smoking.
right?
That was an event. My goodness.
Heather, you got any questions for Mama offhand to start?
Well, I love that she said it's all the same, because like how I grew up in the Roman Catholic family, and like I watched my family have these powers, but for some reason they you know, they didn't say it's not godly though. It's not godly. So we all like our inner souls fight each other all the time, I feel like.
I understand that.
Yeah, and I think it's like it's fascinating. Like it sounded like you had a lot of family support too, like helping you through and everything.
Yeah, there's five kids in my family. I have 4 siblings, and 3 of us are, and 2 of us aren't. You know.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's like I said, it's so natural, and I get especially the Catholic religion, because you know they're all about demons and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, to each his own. You believe what you want. I've never claimed to be a Christian. All I claim to be is a child of God.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
And I let everybody be them. You just do you, baby, and do the best you can do, because that's what I try to do.
Amen.
But you know, I was raised in the Bible Belt with these Bible thumping Baptists, so not much difference in that. You know, religion is like cast out. I mean, just think of Salem. You know, my mother remembers a life in Salem when she was a little girl, and she remembers distinctly smelling the grass. That may get emotional.
Oh man.
She distinctly smells the grass of Salem, and she distinctly smells the burning.
Wow.
The men and women.
I know you were. Yeah, you're close to your mama. Let it go. I get it. It's still fresh, dude. Don't hold back. Fucking.
Yeah, I know. And you know, it wouldn't even be emotional if she was still here, but she is, but she's not physically. So, and it hadn't been long, and so it's still kind of touchy. But yeah, you know, I used to fly with my mama in dreams. The very first time I flew with her, I was 6.
What?
Yeah, and it was kind of a scary dream. It was weird. There were people after us with syringes, and we were running across the parking lot. Mama had my hand, and all of a sudden she looked at me and went like this, and we just both just lifted up and flew away. And since then, for the first time, I'm 62 now. She's been gone a couple of years. I've probably flown with her a couple of thousand times.
Wow.
But when I was around, Wayne was around 12, so she had to have a procedure where she had to be put under, and she hated that shit. And when she got out, we were there, and she goes, me and my sister were standing by her bed. She patted us both. She goes, I called you to fly, and just like good little witches, you did. Like that. And for the very first time in my life, I realized I wasn't just flying with her. She was calling me. Every time we flew, she called. And it's just like, oh my God. Mom, I've been flying with you since I was a little girl. She goes, I know that. I didn't know.
I've heard of that stuff. I haven't known anybody it's happened to, but I've heard of that.
Power to fly in my dreams, you know. We go over the rivers and the mountains.
It's like an out-of-body experience. You're not really there, but your soul kind of is ish.
It absolutely is out of body.
Wow.
Sorry, I don't want to monopolize the conversation.
No,
it's about me.
I wanted to. We are talking to Mama Wolf, guys. Sheila Diane with 2 N's. I know it's spelled with 1. What's up? Everybody's checking in. A lot of people are excited to see you. What's up? Samai is an enchantress that I know from Connecticut. She's an enchantress and does that stuff herself. A lot of strong independent females in this world in my life, and I appreciate that because you've overcome a lot of adversity, and I respect that. Wow, I've never heard of anybody having that experience. I've heard of that, but you flew with her. You flew with her. Wow.
Oh yeah. Well, look. I mean, and I'm serious as hell. I just thought I knew what I was at a very early age, but I just thought I had the power to fly. I had no idea my mother was calling me all this time. And so I think that, and my sister too. So it wasn't just me, you know. I mean, we used to, after we found out, we used to call each other. Did you fly last night? You go over the river or the mountain? I said, it was the mountain. So it was the same dream. You know? We're all having the same dream.
That's a hallucination without the LSD. Awesome.
What a connection. That's such a connection. That's such a connection.
It really is. It really is. And I'm still connected to her. She's still the source of everything that I am. As far as that lies.
Well, let's stay on that real quick for 1 second. Have you yourself been to Salem? Have you been to Mass in New England at all? I forget. I know I asked you once. I forget now.
I've never been north of the Mason-Dixon line.
No way. You never.
Except to go to New York City to see my grandbabies once, but that was years ago. I said, fuck. They were like 10, 7, and 5 around that age. They're 22, 20, and 18 now, but.
With no bands or nothing? You used to travel with a lot of bands and shit, roadies, right? No?
Well, we went west. I would never go north.
No shit.
Yeah, I'd go west. I went to California, Arizona, New Mexico, Florida, obviously, Georgia, obviously, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas. Yeah.
All the warm places.
Well, I mean, I don't do cold.
Nah, that's wild.
Too cold.
I'd rather be burning up than cold.
Well, you fit right in Salem.
You know, and I don't about to take it.
We got to get you to Maine. I think you like Maine.
I just like to be hot down here. I want to be breezy when I get home, Father.
Yeah. Oh man, this is a lot of fun. I want to talk a lot more fun. We got plenty of time, but I want to plug some shit. I know you're having troubles with your site right now, but people can get merch like stickers and bongs, right?
Yes, and I tell you what we'll do.
Yep.
For right now, until I get the site back up and running, if they're friends of me on Facebook or Instagram, they can DM me what they want. Oh, there's my bandana. That is so cool. And I can have, we can figure out the payment and everything and have it shipped. I do have some merchandise here because I did that little tattoos and road trip tour last year and went down South Florida and back and just did a lot of meet and greets.
I saw that with the black banner and shit, and you were there at tables at biker conventions and shit. I go, oh, that's dope.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing that I've done all my life is I've been a member of the biker community since I was about 13.
Wow.
So I've got a lot of protection.
That's young. That's young to start to do that.
And called my 911, and I always called them first because sometimes you don't need to get the cops involved. But sometimes they'll say, "Okay, call the cops," and I'll go, "Why?" I said, "Well, we have a killing. We need a police report." I'm like, okay. So they always get there before the police. My 911s always get there before the cops. Like they're perfect and they're precious and they're everywhere. Oh, I went to Colorado. That's kind of north.
Yeah, well,
that's north.
It's
and
cold.
It could be cold.
Yeah, I'm surprised. It could be cold.
It was not cold then. I went in there. Wayno had a show. Wayno's my son, by the way.
Yellow Wolf guys. We talk about him a lot here on the channel.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
You guys do the signed autograph.
Thanks for the Harley. But yeah,
her baby boy.
I went to see a show and meet up.
We're good.
And meet up with some growers.
He signed that when we met him. We got a back. We're sorry to cut you off, but we got backstage passes. We get to meet him, and Heather cried in his armpit.
I'll tell you what. I believe 100% in manifestation. 100% in manifestation because of Yellow Wolf.
She goes. She looks at me. She goes, "Don't say a word. Let me talk to Michael." She goes up. She goes, "I like your songs." She fucking melted.
I
was like, I couldn't say a word.
Not for nothing. I know every witch thinks her cat's the blackest, but he is pretty. I mean, he is pretty. I give him that. I don't know where he got it, but he's very pretty.
You do any of his work? You tattoo any of his shit?
Do what?
You tattoo any of him? You must have.
I'm not a tattoo artist.
Yeah, but you do shit with a pen. I saw you doing it. You don't do anything? You don't dabble?
That was Josh.
I thought you
That was
did.
Josh. He's a tattoo artist. He just wanted me to. I was at one of the meet and greets, and he went there to help me. And when the night was over, one of the artists said I could use her booth because he wanted me to tattoo SOS, Sons of Sheila, on him. I've never done that before. You should see it. It looks like shit.
I want you to do it to me now.
I was
I
gonna
want you
say,
to do it to me.
Adam really wanted you to tattoo him.
My 3-year-old's writing. That's what it looks like. Like, no. Look, I have no artistic ability whatsoever.
I'll pay you to do me. Well, that sounded wrong, but you know what I mean. I'll pay you to tattoo me. I meant, I'll pay you to write your name on me. I don't give a fuck.
You can't afford me.
Oh, I love this little dude. Dude, I love you. We talk on the phone, guys. I'm not trying to brag, but we it's like I love her son. Don't get me wrong, we both do, but it's really about you because I want to know more. What about like just like I mean, like what do I want to talk about? Like the whole like the thing with like the witches, just everything. Like, do you really like do you not push out anyone, but do you talk to your grandkids about that? Your grandbabies and your daughter?
Don't have to.
They already know.
The ones that already know.
Wow.
Will you excuse me?
Of course I will.
Yeah.
Sheila guy just moved from Alabama. She's in another state now. She moved in about a month or so, but she's settling in with her big dog Rocky. And she's saying, "What's up, Doug, Ben?" People are checking in.
Tell you guys a little story because my daughter has always said, you know, she won't have it. I said, baby, you don't. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. And if you don't, you're just going to have to accept that. But she does. And I knew she did. She just didn't know how to access it. But anyway, her daughter, Khaleesi Grace, came into the house one day to her mother with little dandelion. You know, the little weed, the little yellow dandelion.
Yeah, cute.
A flower for her mama.
Yeah, cute.
And Jasmine was cleaning the kitchen and Rocky, stop that right now. And
dog,
wanted to give it to her mama. And her mama says, I'm busy, baby. Let me come out. I'll come out when I'm done with the kitchen. I'll come out. So Khaleesi went out. And then when Jasmine went outside so she could get her flower, my granddaughter had done this with it.
1 second.
Picture
Made her own ring.
down there beside it. And she immediately sent it to me, and I said, there's your sign.
What?
That's just a little baby too, and
What is
she's
she,
doing
3?
that.
You 3 in that picture?
She was 3 then. She's 9 now. She's 9 now.
You got a
Please,
long
Jane.
line. You got a long line, and it's not stopping anytime soon.
Yeah, and it's just gonna keep on going.
Look at her. Oh, guys, we're talking to Sheila Mitchell tonight. Mama Wolf, fucking. It's a big bucket list for us to get her on the show and talk to her. She's been all around. So give me your welcome and thank you for your time. You're a busy world. You spent all day cleaning on your hands and knees, doing the whole freaking house 3 times over.
I really did. I just scrubbed my floors with my hands today.
Let's do some fun.
Look, I'm a normal fucking human being, dude. I
Amen.
I have to clean it myself, or it won't be clean enough for me.
That's
Rocky's
why
not doing it.
Rocky ain't, dude. He's making it worse.
That's just Dr. Pecker, but thank you. I do deserve it.
Oh, get out. You're so funny. So hey, let's do some fun ones. I want to talk about give me your favorite place that you've been as far as just having fun, and a bucket list place for like America and for like Europe, like Italy. But give me one for
obviously the only place I would ever travel overseas. I do not leave the United States. I don't trust leaving it. But if I ever did, the only place I'd go, and Wayno has asked me to go a couple of times, and I've said no, is Australia. For Amsterdam and New Zealand and Tasmania, and Australia. That's the only place.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
I would go anywhere else. nowhere else in the world.
Amsterdam.
Don't have any desire to or anything. Favorite place I have been.
Yeah. And the reason is like, is it?
I think like maybe the favorite place is I went real recent. My son, my mama passed away in November, and my birthday was obviously the following February. And my son sent me and my best friend Teresa to Maui for 2 weeks for my birthday because I didn't want to. It was just hard anyway. And the Wells were giving birth while we were there.
No way! You saw that? What the heck is that like? Wow.
Well, I can tell you what it's like. It's spiritual as hell. I've never felt closer to God in my entire life.
Just what you needed.
All they did was just like circle the island. Just circle the island. And then like after a few days, there'd be little baby flippers all around. Oh my God, it was just insane. Wow. And the Coast Guard counted, I think they counted, I think it was 54 females that were pregnant. And then they had like 15 males that came to guard them. So the males would like swim a little bit outward. Now the mamas wouldn't do this, but the males would jump up.
No way. Yeah.
They would come up so quietly. You had to stand there and just wait on them. Wow. You never hear them coming up. But when they come down, it's like, boom.
Oh my God. Typhoon.
It's like a school bus jumping out of the water and coming back down. That's how big they are.
Like tons, right? Tons, right? Like fucking tons, I think. Like,
oh my God, it was glorious.
So they're protecting them. They're protecting the mamas when they do that. They protect the mama when they're doing that. They're protecting the mama like a force field or something.
They're letting everybody know that. Well, they do it for fun too. I've been told. But yes, they do it to be seen.
Okay.
I was gonna say maybe celebrating too.
Because the babies are, predators are after. I mean, who would go after a baby? Well, with that kind of, I don't know. But anyway, it was amazing. And I believe that is my favorite place that I've been other than in my mother's arms.
Oh, God bless you. You mentioned Hawaii before the show. Amen. Mm-hmm. Nothing like it. I don't care. Like you said, they had this post the other day. I don't care what age you are, what age they were. It's never easy. If you're really close to your mom.
No, you're an orphan.
Amen, man.
I was a 60-year-old orphan.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
It really, it changes.
Look at the number on my phone.
It changes your identity for a little bit. It really does. You're a different person. Even though you could be prepared for it, you're literally a different person after you lose your mom.
You are. I agree with you 100%, Heather. I got to tell you, my mother died from the broken heart syndrome. My father died about between 18 months and 2 years prior to her, really suddenly. Just like, bam, he was gone. Wow. And she was very pissed. So fucking pissed off. She started cussing. Yeah, she called the area around Walmart a clusterfuck one day, and I said, "Mother." So I heard that word from you.
To be fair,
I know, but it don't sound right coming out of you.
That's good.
People ask her, say, "Barbara, how you doing?" She goes, "Well, I'm waiting on God if it's any of your business." And I say, "Mother, people are just trying to be nice." She goes, "Well, I'm just trying to be honest."
Yeah.
So she was really mad. But she died not long after of the broken heart syndrome. I mean, she was fucking, I can't stand it no more. She was gone. Yeah. And it was horrible. So, yeah, 60-year-old orphan is what I was.
Wow, yeah. Sounds like you guys spent a lot of time together. She spread a lot of her knowledge and love to you, obviously. That's the best part.
Oh, yeah. Most of my best things came from my mama.
But you have your stuff, did. I bet you have your stuff in.
Well, I learned how to, because of, I mean, I've gotten in trouble more than my sister, but we've gotten in trouble for some of the shit we've done as far as the powers that we have. Nothing, you're gonna have repercussions.
I wouldn't fuck with you. I've heard Yellow Wolf songs. I wouldn't fuck with you. I wouldn't. I gotta ask real quick before I ask you another question, but real quick, is that actually you on the record when you talk about your 9 and talking about shine and shit? Is that your voice?
Mama
that is,
Wolf?
right? That really is.
Little motherfucker. Let
He tapped your phone.
I need you. What did he do? I need to know what he did.
He calls me one day and he says, Mama, why don't you tell me that story about whooping No Name's ass? And we say no name because my statute of limitations ain't up yet, so I can still go to jail. No Name's ass. And I said, why? He goes, just tell him. So I started telling it to him, and I, got finished and everything. And then I heard giggling in the background. I said, you little son of a bitch, are you in the studio? He said, yes, ma'am, and giggled. I was like, oh.
Oh, my God, it's infamy.
He's done that. He's done that to me before. Like on some album, I go, because I was in a car wreck, and I didn't know if he was dead or alive. He was like 2 years old. He was just limp in my arms, and I'm like,
Firestarter.
Heather knows it all. Heather knows them all. Heather knows them all.
And he tricked me into that, too. He tricked me into that.
You heard it here first, Heather.
Oh, and he was in the studio with Marshall then, because when he got done, and it was 2 o'clock in the morning when he called me. It scared me to death.
You don't call your mom at 2 in the morning unless there's something bad happening.
I said, why now, Wayne? Oh, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. He said, just tell me. So I told him the story, and then at the end, he goes, okay, thank you, Mama, I love you. Oh, by the way, Marshall, this is Mama, this is Marshall.
Eminem, wow.
I said, you little son of a bitch.
Oh, Mama.
and hung up on it.
You raised a spitball. You raised a firefighter there. Holy shit. Another fucking girl. Look at you laughing. You love it down deep. You love it. You're amazing.
Those are great stories.
That's a great story. That's gonna live in my memories forever. Heather and I. We're gonna go with that's. We want to get you to Maine real quick because that's where I'm born and raised. I went to the same high school. I'm a huge fan of Stephen King. You like Stephen King, the author? You like his books and movies?
I used to until I read it, and then I was
Heather.
like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Heather just finished it.
Happened?
Heather just finished it last week.
Happened?
Took her 3 months.
That book's intense.
I read it to my son and my husband at the time. We left Nashville heading down to Orlando, I think we were going. And I read it to him on the trip. And
she read to Yella.
When we got to the end of it, I was like, oh, Wayno said, that's stupid as hell. Although me and Wayno did go see the movie when it came out.
Well, I was gonna say, what's your favorite movie adaptation, though? Is it like The Shining? Is it It? Is it?
Oh. It's The Green Mile.
Oh, beautiful tale. Yeah. Okay.
The Green Mile, because The Green Mile came out in, I think, 13 sections, 10 little books. Like, they were tiny books. And you read it in like 3 hours.
Wow.
You read like me. And we were just devouring them. And they came out once a week. You had to wait a week. But the adaptation of that book was so spot on. It was just amazing. Actually, they filmed it in Nashville. And I was, me and Wayno are extras in my little 280Z in the background in one scene.
No kidding. I did not know that. I did not know that. I just finished reading it not too long ago, and I know your feel on that.
Is that what collection is that? That's The Green Mile. Oh my God! Look how tiny they are. I told you.
It's all small. I haven't got all little kids' books. Yeah, holy shit! I haven't. The Two Dead Girls. Not yet. Not yet. I got the collection. The Two Dead Girls and the.
Yeah, read it.
I gotta read it when you talked about it. I'm like, holy shit! I have that collection, the little tiny books.
Do you want to read it again? If you want to read it again, he can send it down to you.
No, that's okay. That's okay. But that would be nice. Me and a girlfriend was sharing them. I was like,
oh, nice.
Okay.
Well, that's my point.
One week, she'd buy one the next week. We'd read it in one afternoon.
And well, that's my point. You come to Maine, and I got to get you to Bangor in front of his house, in front of his gates, and get you a picture of his back gates in Bangor. You'd love it.
I'm not going to Maine.
Come on, it's summertime.
Not going. No,
I
think the furthest she'd go is Salem, and I'm curious. I feel like you're gonna recognize the air when you get there because when you go into the city,
She's never been to New England. Mama's never been to
it's
New
just
England.
you just smell it. You smell Salem.
New Hampshire.
I was told to stay away from those states.
Because you're a witch, and you know that's where they crucified him. I don't mean to laugh. Sorry.
Not safe up there. Not for the likes of me.
Sheila Diane, Mrs. Sheila Mitchell, Mama Wolf. What's your favorite? You don't have to give me your favorite exact, but like, what's some of your favorite tunes? Maybe I know you were talking about getting high with Willie Nelson, checking out Married with Children, not Married with Children.
All My Children.
All My Children. Yes, soap opera. Thank you. I'm stoned now. But what's some of your favorite shows or movies that you are not movies? Bands like music, tunes.
Oh, okay. Well,
besides Yella.
Well, I don't listen to rap music, so I mean, I love him and I love his music, and God knows he's got a lot to fucking say. But I'm proud of it, but it's not something. I like country music, first of all. That's my genre. But my favorite bands, you have to consider my age when I say these. Obviously, Leonard Skinner is going to come up fucking first. Amazing. And now it's so cool. It's come full circle that Peter Keys, the now piano player for the Leonard Skinner band, and my son are really good friends. And it's just like full fucking circle. So Leonard Skinner, obviously, the Eagles. Love the fucking Eagles. But I have two favorite songs. The first one is Patsy Cline, You Belong to Me.
Oh, Patsy.
You Belong to Me. And the other one is Etta James, I'd Rather Be a Blind Girl.
Wow. I don't ever hear people use that Etta James song often.
I've never heard that.
Oh my God, that song is a belly rubbing song. You understand?
Oh, I gotta check. Heather, send it to me after the show so I can listen to it.
Okay.
I don't know if I've heard that.
Look it up. It's Etta James. I'd Rather Be a Blind Girl.
Oh.
I don't know how to send links. How do you do that?
I'll look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, let's look it up. He's gonna forget and he's gonna ask me. That's really what's
I'm
gonna
gonna watch the video. Come on, I'm gonna watch it 8 times. You know that.
Oh yes.
Watch the original one of her singing live. She's got on a long blue jean skirt. She's in the fucking depths of heroin addiction. You can tell she's profusely sweating, but it doesn't mar the performance in one iota. And there's a little blonde white kid that is her band leader. Hand to God, he looks like he's 10. But yeah, that's her band leader. But that's the best version, in my opinion.
I'll check it out. No, thank you.
Yeah. Etta James live.
We got about 20 people watching, guys. We're live right now. If you're in the comments, what's up for checking up? Thanks for tuning in to Yellow Mama Wolf and me here on the Historically Haunted VOCAST with Heather from Witch Life Got as my guest. Make sure you go ahead and check it out. A couple of newbies. What's going on? Yep. Orlando's my home. Check it out. A couple of Florida people. Thank you guys for checking in. If you got any questions, be cool and chat. We still got about a half hour to go, so make sure you're kind and you have some good shit or we'll have you fucking killed. Not you, the people in chat.
You don't.
So, give me some.
You weren't supposed to know I have people that are killed from me.
No, not you, me. I know people. I live in Maine. I know Stephen King, for Christ's sake. I know plots. People think it's all movies. It's not real. I met him 3 months ago. I went to a book signing with his son, Joe Hill. Roll on, check it out. I got this book signed by Joe Hill, his son, Joe Hill King. And Steve shows up. Steve shows up with his crutch in Bangor. And no one says nothing. And there's like 100 people there. I go, get the fuck out. So I stay. I go, Steve, I went to the same high school as you. Can I get a picture, Steve? He goes, not right now. We made eye contact. And he talked to me. I got a picture of him back of his head. He said Bangor on his jacket. So I met him, right? I mean, he didn't sign nothing, but.
Oh my God. I'd probably fangirl out.
You love King?
What genre does his son write?
Horror too.
Horror.
It's Heart-Shaped Box.
What's the name of it?
Heart-Shaped Box, like the Nirvana song.
Box.
But he does Nosferatu, the vampire type stuff. So his father told him that he has the rights to use Pennywise, like the whole universe, when he passes away. He's gonna pass the torch.
After he passes away.
He's like 79. He's not that old, but he's had a.
Well,
he had a
other
crutch.
than the accident that he had, that real bad wreck that had some somebody hit him or something.
Then he died on his birthday a year later. He died on Stephen King's birthday a year later, the guy that hit him.
Yeah. So Stephen King was taking a walk, and this guy comes up and he hits him with his van accidentally, didn't mean to, you know, breaks Stephen's ribs, puts him out of commission.
I remember being on like Entertainment Tonight and shit.
Yeah, so on Stephen's birthday, the next year, the guy just dies, and they don't actually have a cause of death listed anywhere.
Heather.
In the news, anyway.
SHEILA.
On his birthday or on his birthday?
On Stephen King's birthday.
On Stephen King's birthday.
Heather, check out who was on chat. Shine.
Shine.
What's up, Shine? Shine Thomas.
Heather, pop in. Hey, Shine. Shoot him in the leg, son. Shoot him in the leg.
She didn't have her night on.
Shoot him in the leg, Miss Shine. Shoot him in the leg.
Oh, dude, SHEILA.
No, you go, don't shoot him in the leg, please.
All in the same breath, he'd say that to me.
All in the same breath, he would say that to me.
I love it. He God's watching you, and he called you a cunt. All in the same breath, he said that to you.
Right, he did. And you know what? Part of the story that didn't make the intro was I just got my nails done that morning. All 10 nails were broke.
Oh.
I peed all over myself. I beat him so mercifully that, like, literally my body fluids just, like, left me.
Oh, my God.
Beautiful Shine says, hi, darlings. She said she will. Thank you for checking in.
You do anything for me. I do anything for my sister girl, too. I love you, Shine.
Oh, dude. We get so turned on to you because your son and the way he built you up, and you really are a miracle. The things you do, God keeps you going, man. You fucking fight every obstacle. And God bless you, girl, that you're fucking coming on my show, SHEILA.
Being the teenage mom. Being a teenage mom, I really connected with. You made
our I mean, you have no idea what this means to Heather and I to talk to you, especially live. Not that we're trying to show off. We love just talking to you because we love you, and to know that you're not.
I love you guys too. We've had some great conversations, actually. So.
Oh my God, some funny times. Like just even this afternoon.
Well, I will. I'm like, don't make me go buy a belt just so I can take it off your ass with it.
But we had problems, 45 minutes of not hearing each other and hanging up, and God has helped us overcome the evil, and we got about 15, 20, 25 people watching. Shine's checking in. Any questions, guys, for SHEILA? Mama Wolf, go ahead and ask them. Heather, you got any questions for Miss Mitchell here?
I've always wondered, like, what is, from your point of view, what was like your favorite meal to make the kids when they were growing up? Like the one that made you feel like that, like you're bringing something from your past and showing them how to do it. Like, is there some sort of tradition or some sort of cool thing you guys do?
Yeah, absolutely. They both have specific favorite dinners. They're 15 years apart, so I literally had, just one baby at a time, basically. But Wayno's favorite meal that I make is mushroom meatballs with mashed potatoes and crescent rolls and green bean casserole and corn casserole.
Oh,
and, it's so good. Oh my God, you cannot breathe after you eat all that shit. Jasmine loves that one too. But Jasmine's favorite meal that I make her, and because I do chicken nuggets, I make chicken nuggets. I soak them in buttermilk overnight. And, and they're like so crispy and so good. And she loves those with fried potatoes with onions fried in them. So yeah, very simple, but both of those meals came from my mom. Also chicken and dumplings, they both like that, and that came from Mama. Actually, came from Meemaw.
Meemaw.
Yeah, it's comfort food, Heather. Basically, just the smell of it makes you go, ah.
I always loved going to visit other people's families around a holiday, especially when they're either a religion or ethnicity was different than mine, because you see something so beautiful in ways like I never got to see, and I at my own house, and I loved it, and I can picture that, like just how you guys had that at the holidays and stuff.
When we're the elders now, since my parents have passed away, we have one cousin. My daddy has one baby sister, but we're like the elders of the family. It's crazy. But Well, I forgot what I was going to say. I guess I need to smoke another joint.
Light it up. We still got about 25 minutes, half hour. We can go over. I don't want to rub you over your time, but I love talking to you. I can talk to you all fucking night. So.
Okay, let's just talk then.
Fried taters and onions is true staple, Casey Michael says. Thank you for joining on, Casey. Sounds delicious. Everybody's getting hungry, Heather Cooper.
I know, right? I can make a big meal for everybody.
Dude, Mama, see, that's what I mean. You can break bread. You can break bread.
Now or filet mignons. I'll make me a medium rare filet mignon and a caprese salad. That's basically all I eat.
How do you like your steak?
I don't cook anyone. I make some kick-ass fucking spaghetti and chili too.
Oh.
I make the spaghetti from scratch. It takes all fucking day.
Oh my God. Isn't the Elbow doing a new food program or a new food show or something, cooking show or something? No? Wasn't he doing a thing on his YouTube video? Or was he doing a live? You need to join that. Look at people go
Did he put that? How do you know that? Did he put that on his story or something?
Yeah, it's Heather's always.
He put on his stories like nothing's been said as like a date or anything.
I didn't know people knew that already.
Yeah. Oh, we follow him obviously. Oh, lobster, come shine. You and SHEILA need to come to Maine. You want lobster bisque shine?
He's not going to give up till you come to Maine.
I'm gonna buy you a ticket. I don't give a fuck. I can spend my life savings. I'm gonna get you to Maine. I got to do it. That's my goal.
Let's go to Maine.
Shit, you're recorded right now. You're recorded. That's proof. You're recorded by saying let's go.
I live only an hour and a half from Salem drive, an hour and a half drive to Salem. So
we'll go with you. We got sage, we got black salt, we got everything. You're protected. You'll get you your beautiful necklace.
You'll feel good there.
John is also a witch.
It'll be beautiful.
She is like, she definitely got power.
Heather, you gotta send Mama some of your bracelets and some protection bracelets.
Well, I have turquoise that I'm going to make something for her. Good. I want to use certain materials for her.
She's you're very grounded. Yeah.
You're making me something?
Yeah.
You know, that's the best gift ever. Something someone makes you. I love that. Thank you, Heather. I can't wait to see how it turns out.
How can someone be so nice? You're so amazingly nice, but yet so amazingly don't fuck with me at the same time. I love it.
Yeah, I don't. Look, I was at Dollar General the other day, and I'm just jolly and happy, and I get up and says, "Hey, how you doing today, Doug?" Always read name tags. He goes, "Well, I'm here." I said, "Excuse the fuck out of me, Doug." I'm cool. I said, "Damn, back off." And people online were laughing, and gave me my change. He was all like, like that. I said, "I hope your day gets as bright as you are, Doug."
I love it. You give what you receive. You give what you receive. There's nothing wrong with that.
I went into a liquor store right by the Publix and got a bottle of Crown, and it comes in a box. And I set it on the counter, and the dude looked at me and said, "The barcode's on the bottom." I said, "I don't fucking work here." I said, wasn't invited to the Christmas party at least, so I know I don't work here. He said, barcode. So I said, "Pick the motherfucker up and scan it." Jesus, what's wrong with you?
Dude, you can be a comedian. How are you not a stand-up comedian? That's no shit, because I love talking.
We're waiting for the reality show is really what we're doing. We're waiting for
You must be the funnest fucking people laughing in chat. Shine. Nice.
Oh my God, I love the story.
God. Shine's thinking you're a fucking riot. She wants you. She's all in the chat. So is Samai. Everybody's saying your spaghetti's good. He goes, spaghetti sounds good. Everybody checking in. Thank you guys for watching. Mama's website is down right now, but follow her right now for Facebook as long as you're cool. And you can at least message her and tell her what you want. Figure out PayPal, all that shit, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'll take care of you.
The page is coming soon, though. She's in the middle of moving. Give her some fucking time. Relax,
I have a question.
Thank you, guys.
So,
yes.
Do you, Mama, have the one Facebook profile right now? Because I've seen a couple new profiles show up recently. Like, I don't know, they're not actually you, right?
But it's the only one I have is SHEILA Mitchell.
That's the only one. Okay.
That's it. Right now, I think my profile picture is my granddaughter, who's 18 now. She was 4 or 5 in that picture.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, and I know, and I have Mama Wolf Creations, which I did when I was making dream catchers, and I made some of these crosses that are made of wood behind us.
No
I was
way.
making crosses, so I did a page for that. But those 2 pages are the only 2 pages I have. People are always trying to say they're me. They even message me. I got a message one day asking how long I've been a fan of Yellow Wolves. I said since December 30th, 1979. Fucking moron, I'm his mother. Damn.
He thinks you're another scammer.
Fan.
He thinks you're an obsessed fan, and not right, and that's the price you pay, unfortunately, for where you're at. Unfortunately,
the other night I put and Daya's picture up. Within 15 minutes, there was a fake profile up with her fucking picture, which pisses me off. You know, use the pictures of me, that's fine, but do not fucking take pictures of my grandchildren and post them like they're yours.
That's a line.
That pisses me off. That's why I sent my granddaughter on her 18th birthday last year a weapon.
Smart.
Can you report these pages?
She lives in New York City, Heather.
Oh, shit.
Like in the city?
Oh,
she lives in the box.
Oh my gosh. I went there. I spent 2 nights in New York City one time, and the vibration that you always feel in that, like it's.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I've been there once myself, but their mama's from there, and they lived there a lot of their life, so they're at home. When Indea was 7, she could take me from the Bronx to Times Square on the subway by herself.
Oh my God.
When Sonora told me that, I didn't believe it. I said, she's going to get us lost. She goes, no, Mama, I promise. She knows the trains to get on and off of, I promise. And she did.
Because you're a country girl.
We went down Times Square and saw Brave.
Wow.
That's voice to see Tenacious D.
Oh my God, Jack Black. Tenacious D.
Yeah. Yeah, and she goes, Mama, they were the youngest people there. There were no kids. They had 2 big penises on the side of the stage. Holy crap. I was like, oh my gosh. She goes, but they knew every word.
Oh my God.
Oh God, they love Jack Black.
Oh my God,
he's one where he's a wrestler. What is that? They love that. That's one of their favorite movies.
Oh, Nacho Libre.
Nacho Libre.
Yes. They love that fucking movie.
Fucking so dumb, but it's so good. They love that movie.
School of Rock too.
That's a good one.
That fucking movie with him.
Great soundtrack.
I like Shallow Hal or Hal.
Yeah, Shallow Hal. Yeah, when he sees chicks for who they really are.
I love that movie. It's got a good feel.
Do what?
That movie.
The kitty.
Yeah,
she's black too, black and white.
Yeah, she's tuxedo.
Tuxedo?
Yeah, she's a tuxedo cat. She's like.
Is he your familiar?
I first thought it's so funny. My bulldog was, but she's been gone for almost a year now, and this cat literally has. I mean, Adam can attest to this. This cat has done things with me that she's never done before.
Constantly talking. Full food dish, clean litter box. Just wants to talk. Meow.
So she's always meow in my lap.
Doodles. Her name's Ruby Doodles.
No telling who she really is.
Her traits have changed. Her traits have changed.
Tell Rocky all the time. I said, I don't know who the fuck you are, but I know you're somebody who loved me a long time ago too.
Yeah, I've never.
See, it never ends. It's all around you. Even your animal. You see, you're open. This isn't a. I know we've had. I'm not trying to knock anybody. We've had psychics in the past and mediums. Don't get me wrong. People that write books, but there's real, and then there's kind of the people that are kind of sketchy, and you're all about it because you don't promote this stuff at all, do you?
Yeah, no. And the only and she said I don't even like to use the word power, but I'll say gift. The only gift I have other than casting is I'm a seer, but it's just because I see it don't mean I tell it.
I love that.
I called my mother. I lived in Oklahoma City. Wayno was just like 2 years old, and I had a dream that one of my baby brothers was a star quarterback in high school, and this was his senior year, and it was their first game, and my daddy did the chains. I mean, and Friday night, and I had a dream that something happened to my baby brother on the field, and I tried to get to him, and I couldn't. It was like the crowd just like a wave came in, and I couldn't get to it. By the time I could get to the field, they were already rolling him off on a stretcher. But Daddy, I could see Daddy beside him because he was already on the field doing the chains. And I woke up and it was morning, so I called Mama, and I said, "Hey," she goes, "Hey, how's everything going?" I said, "Is Buddy okay?" She goes, "Oh my God, you and your dreams." I said, "He's not okay."
She knew right away.
Listen, and this is what she said to me. I didn't tell her anything about the dream. She said, "You and your dreams." She says, "He will be okay." She said, "He took a bad lick last night at the game in the first quarter, and couldn't get up off the field."
He really did.
She said, "Daddy was on the field doing the chains." She said, "I tried to get down to him, but everybody just crowded in front of me, and I couldn't."
Wow.
She said that I didn't tell her my dream at all. And she said, he's in the hospital still. He's been out in the hospital for observation. He has broken his neck and back in 3 places. And he is going to be able to walk, and everything's fine. There was no permanent damage then, but he could never play football again.
Yeah.
Ever. And he probably would have played for Alabama. He was that good. And he can't take a lick. It'll kill him.
Right.
So real quick, I'm sorry to hear that. That's fucking horrible. But I just want to, just so I can refresh.
He's alive and well and fat as hell. We call him Brown, bro.
He's still gonna play lineman. But you're so fucking wild. Just to go back real quick, you knew this because of a premonition, though. You didn't see this. You didn't, right? That's the whole moral of the story. You dreamt it. For those of you that weren't paying attention, this horrible thing that happened to her brother, she didn't witness it. She didn't get told this.
No, I did not. I was in Oklahoma City. They were in Alabama.
You had a premonition. You had a dream, whatever, and you woke up and you get told the news, but you knew something wasn't right.
And I actually had work that night, too. I mean, it was late when I got home because I was a bartender. And when I went to sleep, and you dream in the last 30 seconds of your sleep. And so I woke up from the dream.
Was that the fact? The last 30 seconds of you really? No kidding.
No matter how long the dream seems. And when you wake up from a dream and you have to go to the bathroom or something and you come down, you ever actually go back into the same dream? Have you ever done that?
I think so, possibly.
Have you, Heather?
I have.
My mind's blown right now. Holy shit.
You have.
Yeah.
That's gifts. I hate the word power. That's a gift. Yeah, to be able to. Sometimes I don't want to go back. There's some dreams I really, really, really have enjoyed, and I'll have them recurring sometimes too.
But it's not something I could do often, and it's upsetting when I can't. But I have enjoyed being able to, just meditate myself kind of back into it as I'm drifting back into sleep. And I just kind of feel like I put myself on the same vibrational level, and I'll get back into it.
So that's how you go back into the dream?
Yeah.
We do it?
Yeah.
All right.
Shine says, yep. You know what's funny, guys? I've talked to Sheila Mitchell, Sheila Diane on the phone and on Facebook numerous times, and we've talked so much, but I'm still finding new shit out. That's pretty eerie. You give me goosebumps on that. That's pretty fucking wild. I know that sounds weird. You're making me think. This one's for you, Sheila. This one's for you, Mama.
Oh. No, Jägermeister.
I thought you had a drink.
You know what that is in German?
Deer blood, I hear. Is that true?
No.
Okay.
It is deer, but what'd you say?
I thought it was deer blood.
No, it's the master deer. Jägermeister.
Master deer, the deer master. Oh. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
I have some fucking useless knowledge.
No, you don't. You got knowledge, period. You're an amazing dude. You're an amazing guest. I don't even know.
The oldest brewery in America. Do you know who that is? Because I do.
Do you know what the oldest brewery is? I don't know.
No.
Someone says you dream, but some dreams you want out and can't. But it's not that long.
That's true. That's true. That's true. baby girl.
No, those dreams feel like memories.
I mean, almost as if you're stuck.
That's a good point.
In like wet semen or something. Or, yeah. Horrible.
I know, I hate.
I mean, seriously. Oh, you're going slow motion. Oh, you know what? The worst dreams that I have.
Wet semen.
I can't lift my arms. Ugh. Please.
You know what my worst dream is? Waking up in wet cum. I'm good. I don't need wet semen. Thank you, though. I appreciate that.
What's the difference? What am I missing?
She said wet semen. No one's ever said wet semen. No.
I'm sure I didn't hear what I just heard.
Well, you said waking up in wet semen. Did you not? You said wet semen. Am I right?
No.
You said semen.
I've never said the word semen in your
You rewind that. You just did. I could have swore you just. Am I stoned?
You're pretty stoned and you just took a shot.
There's no way. There's no way. I could have swore you said, oh, you said, I don't know, besides semen. And I go, what? Did she just say semen? So I said,
I just think maybe you're just thinking about semen, probably.
No, I'm an idiot.
I didn't say semen.
I could have sworn you.
I didn't.
Unless I was talking about some days on a fucking submarine. I did not say semen.
Well, you never know. Oh, speaking of never knowing, not to change the subject, but let's get to that UFO experience you had.
Oh, there's several.
What?
We've only heard of one. There's more?
There's been several, but the one that I think that you're referring to is the one that Wayno and I saw together.
When he was
like 7
or 7.
He was like 8, 7 or 8 in that realm. We're on a country road. And we were headed from Nashville back to Alabama. And I didn't want to take the interstate. So we took a country road and it got dark. It was fall, so it got dark real quick. And yeah, I stopped. I almost ran off the road. And we saw it and we just looked at each other. And I said, you see that? He goes, do you see that?
Oh, no.
I said, I do. He says, damn, Mama. I said, I know. He said, let's go back home. I said, I was thinking the same thing. So we turned around and went right back to the house.
Was that at night?
Yeah, it was. It had just gotten dark, too. So it wasn't really dark. And the moon, there was not a full moon, but there was enough moon for it wasn't like pitch black or anything.
Do you mind sharing like what it looked like? Like, was it big, small?
Just stopped and all we saw was lights. In my quick opinion of it, it looks circular to me with lights. I mean, pretty much what you're seeing every fucking day now, you know, over everywhere. I mean, they're every fucking where. They're in the ocean. They're in the fucking ocean, y'all.
U.S., yeah.
They're in the ocean, people. They're everywhere. I think Elon Musk is the next week. I swear to God.
You can't. I don't. Yeah, there's some.
They
weird
say he doesn't blink. They say you can't see him blinking. He will not blink his eyes.
I'm telling you, I don't think he's complete human anyway. He may be a mixture. I swear, I don't think that boy is. He gets me to crazy. I can't look at him.
His cars are fucked up. Doesn't Yellow get a?
He's got like 12 children.
Didn't Yellow Wolf buy a Cybertruck, or didn't he drive one of his trucks?
No, he's got one.
Elon's truck. You tell there's a fucking chip in there. They say
it's the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen.
It looks like a 5-year-old designed it, doesn't it?
It's got to be the safest thing he's driving right now, though. Like nothing can penetrate him.
That's only mean to Elon, and I don't think he's got no feelings.
Well, he doesn't blink. Sheila.
He definitely ain't got no feelings if he don't blink.
Oh my God, that's a quote of the year. He's got no feelings if you don't blink. Well, give me your other. Give me another experience.
The other two that I saw was Wayno was not with me. I was with a female friend with one, and then a male friend with the other. But with the female friend, we were doing mushrooms, so we just really wasn't sure what it was. But me and the dude agreed. But yeah, he was on tour on the tour bus out in New Mexico. I think it was New Mexico, somewhere where like it's desert. Could be Arizona or whatever.
Wow.
Somewhere in the Midwest. He told me about seeing one from the tour bus. They pulled over. Everybody got out to see it.
Any like Bigfoots or flying creatures or cryptids or Mothman or anything crazy like that ever?
I mean, I know it's stupid, but I believe the dragonfly is
That's not stupid.
not an insect.
If you look at it, if you actually look at it,
I think they're fairies.
Up close, like, you know what I mean? It's and I think about that when I see a lot of animals in a way. I'm like, how
their
is
wings
that
shouldn't hold their body weight. Their wings shouldn't hold their body weight. They're very small wings for a big body.
They are see-through and like less than paper thin.
Yeah.
I have an uncle that I was working with one day, and he was telling me his thoughts on that, and he convinced me. He even like drew. He was very, very artistic. He even drew a picture for me and showed me what he saw when he saw them. I have a tattoo that Wayno drew that is like something not of this world. 2 tattoos actually that are not like of this world that he drew. He drew them for my mama, and she had them in frames. I had to go ask her. I said, "Can I take this and get a tattoo?" She goes, "You have to ask Wayno."
Oh.
I called Wayno and I said, "Do you mind if I get the matchstick elf tattooed on me?" He goes, "Well, that's Mama's. You need to ask Mama." I said, "Okay, thank you, baby." So I took it.
Yeah.
I told I wanted my mother.
Cause she, yeah.
And then the other one is like a some creature flying on a hornet. I don't know. It's just it's so beautiful.
Mythical. That's kind of neat. I like that.
Yeah, and they're both big. The elf is about that big, and the other one's like long. But they made him as big as the picture he drew. And he signed his name, but I have his name on me several times.
One of a kind. Literally, there's no one else to get that too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I better not. And I've said that, I've posted, well, no, I haven't literally posted pictures of them saying or anything like that, but you can see them on me in pictures, especially in the summertime because I wear shorts. But yeah, better not.
Better not.
Like that. But if they did, what the fuck am I going to do about it?
Kick their ass.
Forgiveness.
So last year, exactly right. That's what makes you a child of God. That's what we're about. Last year you did a lot of like different like biker events and stuff. You plan on anything this summer? You got anything lined up? Any tours? Any little meet and greets? Any little biker events?
Yeah, we're trying to set something up. We need to go to Oklahoma City.
Ooh.
The dude that is actually cultivating the Mama Wolf Kush, the one and only strain, it'll be. I got other strains fixing to come out that Wayno has actually given me permission to name them after some of his songs. So it'll be Mama Wolf, like Indica, have a great flight, Mama Wolf Sativa, whatever, Box Chevy, Pop the Trunk, whatever. But we're supposed to go to Oklahoma City because Brandon wants to show me. He got some real, actual Himalayan mountain Kush seeds. It was insane because I told him when we first met and got together, I said, I want it to be so fucking original. I can remember when I was a teenager, all we had was fucking Mexican dirt weed, and then every once in a while a tie stick would come through or some fucking Kush would come through, and I said, I want old school Kush. Me and Snoop Dogg.
Shine loves Brandon.
She does love Brandon. He loves you too, baby girl.
You said anyway, just like Snoop Dogg.
So he went to the Spanibus, which is in Barcelona. He asked me to go with him, and I told him, I'm not leaving the fucking country. You can forget it. But anyway, he went to Barcelona, and he met this dude from Afghanistan that he had been IG friends with for 4 years, but never met face to face. Now, this man he makes hash in Afghanistan. That's his business.
Real deal.
Yeah. And so when they met face to face, the dude came up to Brandon and said, "Here, I have something for you." And he laid a little package in his hand, and he goes, "What are these?" He said, "Those are Himalayan mountain Kush seeds." And that man had no idea that Brandon even knew me or that we were talking or anything. And when Brandon called and told me that, I said, "That's God." There's no other way to put it. No other way to put it. Real fucking seeds from the Himalayan mountains.
There were fucking trumpets playing.
So he's been cultivating and working and, and doing his magic. And He sent me some samples.
Nice.
It's good.
Yeah.
Not purple enough for me though.
Purple, huh? Ooh.
I really want a purple Kush.
That must be really sticky, huh? Holy shit.
Oh God, yes. It's got to be real sticky, and I like a sweet smell. I don't like the like the gasoline smells. Why are they doing that?
That's weird.
That's weird.
That's a weird new.
Some weed smells really bad.
It's some weird. So, aside from like music and tattoos and weed and all that good shit, what does Mama Wolf do for herself? What do you do just to relax? Do you just go shopping? Do you chill, watch a movie? What do you like to do?
Harley.
Ride a Harley. Yes.
Barbie Jean. I named her after my mama.
Oh, Barbie.
Listen, I went and showed it to my mama because Wayno surprised me with it. I had no idea he was bringing it. That was crazy because I was doing mushrooms that day, and I was microdosing, so I wasn't really tripping. But my brother came over. He has a Harley.
Oh my fucking God, that is amazing.
My brother comes over. Buddy, the one I was talking about, he's he's round, he's fat, and he's short. He's shorter than me. Anyway, he has a Harley, and I heard him ride up, and I went outside, and of course I invited him in because he hates to sweat, and he was like, no, I just want to talk to you a minute, just come on out here, and I said, well, you want some iced tea or something, or some cold water? No, can we not just talk out here a minute? I said, okay. I said, you want to sit on the patio under the umbrella? No, can we not just sit right here and talk? I said, okay.
Pain in the ass.
I said, okay, buddy, what do you want to talk about? He goes, well, I have this trick I want to show you. About this time, my roommate and her friend pulls up, and so they talk for a minute, and then he goes, now let's get back to the trick. He goes, here, put this on, and he hands me a bandana. So I start putting it on my head like I'm going to ride, He goes, no, like that, like a blindfold. I said, fuck you. He says, you don't trust me? I said, fuck no. He goes, out of all our siblings, you don't trust me. I said, I don't trust any of y'all. And Tracy said, just put it on. If something wacky happens, I'll take it off. Because I told him, I said, I'm microdosing mushrooms right now, y'all. If you put a blindfold on me, the senses that are already on edge are fixing to go. Wah, 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 wah. So I made him bring me a chair, and I sat down.
Shit.
And Buddy was like fooling around like he was trying to do something. I said, will you hurry up? And he said, hush. And I heard this truck and trailer come, and I live in a neighborhood where it's 15 miles an hour down the road. I mean, it's an old neighborhood. It's nice. And I hear a truck and trailer. I know what that fucking sounds like. I've been around them all my fucking life. And it stopped in front of my house. And I said, why did that truck and trailer just stop? And Buddy said, it's turning left. It's waiting on a car. I said, oh, okay. And so I was sitting there, and he was fooling around, and I heard that motherfucker back into my driveway. I said, why is it backing into my driveway, buddy? Because I guess he's going to turn around. Is it okay if he backs it into your driveway? I said, yes, for God's sake, let's get on with this fucking trick. And then I heard the trailer door come down.
Okay.
And I asked my brother, I said, why did they open the trailer door? And my brother said, you don't live in a trailer. What are you talking about? You live in a house. And I was like, I know that trailer just opened the door. And then I heard thunk, 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 thunk. And I was like, oh my God, what is happening? So I'm still blindfolded. My son's there.
Oh, what?
I don't know he's there. I have no idea. And finally, they pull it. They just push it right up in front of me. And they take my blindfold off. And I was like, holy shit, Michael Wayne. I said, I'm microdosing mushrooms. So is this happening or not?
Oh, get out of here. What are the odds of that? What timing?
He looked at me and goes, that's a good high, mama. I like alcohol. He always has to throw in me drinking in there.
Oh,
That's a good high, mama, but this is real. I said, no, it's not. No, it's not. It is. And the guy from Harley that brought it to me was showing me all the. I said, does it have a CD player?
Get out of here.
He laughed at me. I said, what's that? What are you doing? He goes, Mom, it's touchscreen. You can do Bluetooth. You can do Siri. You know.
They've upped him, yeah.
I mean, it has heated seats.
Oh.
Heated warmers.
Gorgeous.
It is beautiful, and she rides like a Bentley without a fucking roof.
Oh,
She rides
man.
kind of sweet. So yeah, that's what I do for me, especially down here on the coastline now. God, just go run up and down that coastline. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Oh,
So, yeah.
that's refreshing.
Thanks to my baby boy. Oh, and I took it to show it to my mama.
And you took it out with Shine, apparently? She says it goes really fast.
Yeah. Well, I can pop a wooey in first.
Oh, Jesus, be careful. Holy
You're a
shit.
badass. You're a badass.
Really is a badass, dude. Wow.
Yeah. And when I took it to my mama, she was like, oh, she come out, she's like, it's such a little girl. She's just doing her hands and grinning. She goes, what are you going to name her? And I said, Barbara Jean.
After,
She goes, what? She goes, I figured you'd name her Norma Jean because I love Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, Marilyn.
Because I figured you'd name her Norma Jean. I said, no, I'd rather have you with me than her, Mama. So you'll be with me everywhere I go.
I was going to ask you, oh, that's so good. Oh, I mean, you got such a beautiful heart. I love it, man. You got a fucking soul.
Oh, I got that from my mama.
You do. But I love it because you got a spine, too. You got a spine, a heart, and a soul, and I like that. Another fun one I was going to ask you was, what do you like for actresses and actors? But you just said Marilyn. Do you like kind of the old school, kind of sexy old school?
I've never seen Marilyn act.
What do you mean?
I had a paranormal, I guess you would call it, relationship with her for about 7 years. She lived inside my spirit.
Let's talk about that if you don't mind.
I've never seen one of her movies. Not one.
If you don't mind, well, the show is historically haunted. Let's talk some ghosties if you don't mind. We're at
for sure.
We're at time, but let's go over a little bit.
Do what?
Well, we're past the hour. We can go till 9. We can go for another half hour if you want.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm taking up too much.
No, I don't want to take your time. I'd rather talk. Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, what happened with Marilyn? I was in LA. We were with. Who were we with? I think we were either Alabama or Randy Travis. I can't remember. Anyway.
Oh my
God. They were playing at
God.
the Hollywood Bowl.
Wow.
And, oh my gosh.
Marilyn's ghost.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. My mother just told me something.
Ooh.
I said, oh my gosh. Anyway,
She follows
so
you. She follows you
and
everywhere. You're in a new state and everything, and she's with you.
I think it was Topanga Mall. Anyway, it was some mall in LA, Topanga Mall, whatever. And we were in there shopping. The whole crew was in there, and it was about 13, 14 of us. And we were shopping, and we passed this. I guess it was a picture shop, but they were all beautifully framed, and they would frame a print for you. I mean, it was really, really nice. And there was a picture of her. I'll show you the picture.
We got about 25 people watching, Mama, so people are loving it. Real quick to get back, when you mentioned that your mama talked to you, Shine said she saw a shadow. Just saying. I don't know if you can hear me. Guys, this bong I'm smoking, this water bong, Heather got it. It's actually hers. You can get this off Mama's site. It's a water bong off her site.
I saw this picture. If this is not the picture that was there, I just happen to have this picture left over from the store I'm fixing to tell you. But this was hanging in the window of that shop. But it was like big. It was so big. It was beautiful. And I just looked up at it, and I knew, of course, who the fuck it was. But when I looked at her, I smelled her bedroom the night she was killed.
Where was that
It was horrifying. And I just stopped. This is the very first time I'd ever experienced this particular thing happen to me. Somebody actually just.
I feel like this is the first time you've ever even talked about it. You don't talk about this much.
To share my person, I guess. But anyway, that was it. From that second on, I actually went in there and made my boyfriend at the time buy like 3 posters. We didn't get them framed, obviously, because we were halfway across the country, or all the way across the country. And from then on, like I'd cut her out of magazines. I'd get postcards. It was like everything. And I've always had a dressing room because I have so much shit. That's why all my hats are hanging on my wall because I don't have a dressing room in this place. But I usually have a dressing room. In my dressing room, at the time, you couldn't see the wall. It was from tiny, tiny pictures to fucking big posters. It was
wow.
and she lived with us for about almost 7 years.
Connected.
And when she finally left, it was like I was sad, but I was like, thank
God. Good riddance, not good riddance,
she's
but
not a good actress.
it's she's beautiful. She
was gorgeous, and her name was Norma Jean Baker.
She was great. Did she legally change her name to Marilyn, or is that
they made her change her name?
They did.
Remember the song by Elton John?
Candle in the Wind.
That's about Marilyn. He changed it for Di, Princess Di, when she passed away. But that song was written for Marilyn, and they said they made you change your name.
That's right.
Yeah, they made her.
That's right. That's right.
Her mother was insane. She was, her mother was in and out of insane asylums.
Oh, like legit locked up in a straitjacket, like really locked up?
I don't have that in my mind's eye right now.
You get a sixth sense. There's something about you that's different. You have something, you do have a gift. You do. Because you see and hear and feel things that most don't.
The astral projection's really, really cool. I've never been able to harness that ability. I don't know if I'm afraid to do it or.
It's possible for me. It just happened to me.
Yeah.
It just happened. It's just like boom. It's like that.
It's in your bloodline.
And I know they killed her. Her bedroom smelled like motherfucking rubbing alcohol, and like I used to do some
like a hospital.
Young, and it smelled like the chemicals that you would like taste, like the nickel in the back of your throat when you would run drugs. That's what it smelled like.
Like a hospital.
It was crazy. I knew immediately that I was smelling her bedroom the night they killed her.
See, I wouldn't call that a gift. No offense, but that's kind of the bummer side of it. That's not something you want to have happen, but you can't control it. You get to go with the bad.
I didn't want it to happen. Believe
no,
me,
of course not.
Years, I was ready for a bitch to be gone.
And you can still remember to this day that smell, that taste, whatever.
Yes.
That's horrible.
Yes, it's a definite memory.
It's giving me goosebumps.
It gave me goosebumps.
Oh boy. Give me one of your favorite. Let's go some more fun ones real quick here for a little bit. Give me one of your favorite foods. What do you go to for a nice celebration? Is it steak, lobster, prime rib? Chicken?
I tell you what, my very favorite dish of all time is. It's called naked shrimp. My best friend Teresa Gale makes it. It's a Thai dish. It's a salad.
Ooh.
It's so fucking good. It's made with it's just shrimp on a bed of like romaine lettuce and oranges and limes, and then the dressing is made from fish oil and lemongrass and like all kinds of stuff she does, and that's my favorite one.
You're so.
My brother-in-law
awesome.
also makes it. That's how Teresa learned it, because she used to live with him before he married my sister.
Oh, cool.
So my brother-in-law does it too. As far as favorite genre food, I guess I would have to say comfort food.
Right on. I dig that. I usually ask my. Well, you like what? Thai?
I like Thai.
You like the spicy?
I like Thai too, but,
like that's like spicy, and isn't like Thai like spicy Chinese, right?
And believe me, my body does not like it when I eat it.
Hey, whatever. Man, you only live once.
2 o'clock in the morning, my body's going, you shouldn't eat that.
But it tastes so good. I get it. I really love it.
Oh my God, the lamb passata.
And some of that stuff's hot, good hot, if that makes sense.
Actually, you're right. There's a difference, because some people do take spice too far to where it has no flavor. It's just fucking hot.
Yeah.
I like to put something in the spice too, not just like.
Bro, yeah. What's the fun in that, man? I
do love crawfish too.
I never tried crawfish. It's a Lake New Orleans thing. Yeah, southern Louisiana, huh?
You do. You cook them. You boil them with little ears of corn and little red potatoes, and then you dump it on your kitchen table, and you just fucking stand around it and eat.
I can see
do you pull the meat out?
Yeah. You pull it like you do your teeny tiny lobsters, basically. You pull out the meat out of the tail.
Fish boil.
Oh, fish boil. You pull the meat and eat the meat, then you suck the head.
Like I could, yeah, I gotta try that. That sounds delicious.
Gotta get his brains out.
I've seen it. Look out! As soon as you said that, Shine goes suck the head. That reminds me of like a little shrimp in a way, but they have like a shell or something. I guess I don't know. That's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. The crawfish are badass. Yeah, most of my children, since they could eat solid food.
Gotta love a fucking. Oh, so right. So Sheila, I usually ask my guests to play host. You want to ask Heather and I a question each, or one of us a question, and you play the host? You get something?
Yeah, cool. Yeah. All right. So first of all, you both are in Maine, correct?
Yep.
You both in a house, or you're obviously not in the same house.
No. So we live 3 hours apart, which is basically I'm at the bottom of the state. He's at the middle of the state.
Have you heard of Portland or Old Orchard Beach, Maine, or York, Maine? Anything southern?
Or even Maine in general. Most people don't even know of Maine. They think we're Canada, honestly.
But that's about it. Yeah, no. Okay, so
weed's legal too.
I'm going to ask you like what I would want to know if we were just friends, and we are friends.
Of course, yeah.
But I'd like to know about your family. Let's start with you, Miss Heather. Do you have any siblings?
I do. So I have an older brother, an older sister, and then I have a younger brother. Actually, and then two other younger brothers that I've never connected with. They're not in my life. They're like my dad had other children after my mom and him separated. And when he had other children, he just kind of literally was gone. And I mean, he came around when someone died, came to like a funeral, maybe came to a celebration type thing, but I never saw him, never grew up with them. Never was a family with them. What's that?
Three that you grew up with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. I said a while ago, 4 siblings, but my sperm donor, as it were, when he left my mom, she had 3 kids and pregnant with her 4th.
Wow. And
he was a biker. My therapist said that's why I'm so obsessed with bikers, because he rode away on one.
No shit.
Yeah. So anyway, 2 years ago, my sister's on Ancestry.com. This dude got in touch with her and said that we were related, and not just related, we were brother and sister. And come to find out, I have 9 siblings on this earth that I didn't know about.
That you didn't know
that
about.
Motherfucker had 13 kids on this fucking earth.
Wow.
13 fucking kids. And guess how he died? All alone in a van in fucking Alaska with 13 grown-ass human beings on this earth. That shows the kind of character that son of a bitch.
He didn't house any of them? He didn't take care of any of his kids, not one of them?
None.
What a piece of shit.
The last 6 were all born in the bush in Alaska. In the bush. No doctor. In the fucking bush. That's where they lived. And I just met Jessie, one of my sisters from Alaska. She lives and works on Maui. So when I went to Maui, I got to meet her. And she says he would disappear. Sometimes for weeks, sometimes for months at a time. And it was so good when he was gone. It was so scary when he came back. So the best thing he ever did for me was leave.
Amen.
And never came back. And I got the best daddy ever. My mama married my daddy, and I just love him, Tommy Mitchell. That's my daddy. But yeah, that motherfucker, I swear, 9 damn kids.
Oh my gosh.
And see how it came around? He died alone. And see how things come around full circle? At the end, he's died good for him.
He actually died right after my daddy did, like 2 months after. And Jessie called me and said Daddy had passed away. And I said, baby, my daddy died 2 months ago.
Amen.
I said, I'm sorry for your loss, Jess.
He's been dead to you for years.
I said, I don't know what kind of daddy he was for you, but I know what kind of daddy he was not for me.
No.
And she said he was nobody's daddy.
No.
That's what she said. She said, I just wanted you to know. I said, I appreciate it, but
it's good to know at least.
I'm glad he's gone off earth. Anyway, back to you, Heather. Excuse me.
Oh, yes. You're awesome, Sheila. You're awesome.
Are you married?
No. So Adam and I have been together for 7 years. We and people, they're like, you live 3 hours apart. Well, yeah, we do.
Well,
when we first got together, we basically were living like together with not meaning to. It just happens, you spend all your time together. But I was just actually getting out of a divorce, and I'm like, I'm never living with a man again. I'm just like, so I just like my space. So he's working on trying to get a space for us where I'm still in my own space. Because
we started dating on Halloween 2017. Our first date was at a drive-in movie to see Friday the 13th.
Well, congratulations.
But we met.
Well,
Thank you. We met. It's funny. I knew a chick that she was with. We saw her at a local music concert, and she didn't really like me. We're kind of just friends. I go, "Who's your friend over there? The blonde chick." I go, her name's Heather. She's going through a divorce. I go, "Really? Why not? What?" The radar goes off. So I start dating Heather. I'm honorable, though. I never cheated, Sheila. Don't give me that look, girl. I love your hat, by the way. It's fucking gorgeous. I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy, girl. So I'm living at my mom's at the time because she's getting older. I'm helping take care of her. She's retiring from LL Bean. You've heard of LL Bean. She dies on me, and I lose my shit. I live in a tent in the woods for almost 2-3 years in an old RV. Kind of lose my cool, kind of went homeless. Heather and I, just a whole nine, man. I couldn't live with her because she's in a fixed income kind of thing with her daughter. So I'm in this fucking RV. Just, it is losing your mom's hard. I got my mom's car, dude.
Sorry, that sounds hard.
I get my mom's car. I get hit in the head-on collision. I die for like a half a minute. I come back to life. No insurance on the car. No one comes to see me because it's COVID. So Heather nurses me back to life in my RV with no power. Oh, yeah. So I becoming a podcast guy. I live in Maine. My sister goes to sell her house. She gives me $65,000.
Are you in our night?
No, we sold my mom's house. $65,000. I got a cut. So I bought a mobile home up in Mount Katahdin area, Maine. I live 35 minutes from Bangor, Stephen King, Maine, Derry, Maine.
I know that.
So I pay $260 a month for rent, not $260 like $260 for rent. I own my home for $15,000. I own 2 cars. I own everything I got.
See, thank God we're cold.
I spent it wisely. I really did. I mean, I went from homeless to homeowner in fucking 2 years, and it was my mom's death. But Mama took care of me, man. She was my life, like you guys know, man. Mama's like,
dude.
You know what's funny?
When your mama leaves this earth, it does something to you.
Dude, Sheila, I got a sister and a stepsister. I got my dad that's alive. None of them know I do a podcast. None of them know that I'm a booking agent. I signed Stacey Johnson. She played. None of them know I talk to you guys. None of them care about me. I haven't had a visitor in 3 years. No one comes up to see me about Heather. None of my family even asked about me. I get no presents, nothing. So whatever. I get to meet Sheila Mitchell, man. And I got Heather. I'll take your friendship over there, my left, any day. We say you love each other, and I believe it because you're a good soul.
I do love you.
Dude.
I love you. I love everyone.
You're such a good soul, dude. Sheila, you're so.
Like Sheila and I have some really, really cool things in common. And, one of them is we are both teenage mothers. And the other thing we have in common is we both have 2 children, and our children are 15 years apart. And yeah, so my daughter is 32 and my youngest is 17, still at home. So like I have kids that are 15 years apart too. So I know exactly, like you raised 2 babies, like single children. You raised like only siblings twice.
Yeah, Wayno is always telling Jasmine, you were not raised by the same woman I was.
No.
Because I was 16 when I had him, 32 when I had her.
Completely different.
I wasn't the same woman.
It's true.
So
he's wrong. He's right.
He tries to take up for me sometimes because, anyway. And he'll go, you weren't raised by the same fucking mother I was.
Wow.
Our brains weren't even adults yet. We were trying to raise these kids, and we weren't even like hitting our adult brain until like 23 years old.
You had your daughter.
I was 16.
You were 16 as well. Do you mind me asking how old you are now? You said she was 32.
Yes, I'm 48 now.
48. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And your teenager is how old?
17.
Wow. Is that a boy or a girl?
So I have, she was born girl, but resonates as a boy. So I'm getting used to saying son, and all that stuff, you know. And I know people are judgy, but
Some
you know,
backlash.
if they're gonna be in my life, which yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah.
love you, Sheila.
You know what?
I tell those people, be you.
I may have family that doesn't think that way, so having you do that is very special to me. So thank you.
Well, I can tell you now, and this just doesn't compare quite like that, but as you both know, my 3 oldest grandchildren are mixed. Sonora is African American, Puerto Rican, and Native American. And but my niece, my sister's daughter, started dating a black man, a black boy actually. They were both teenagers, still in high school, before Wayne met Sonora. And my whole fucking well, the men, my brothers, my dad, my granddad, my uncle,
freaked out.
Just living. I couldn't understand it.
Yeah.
And I said, my mother and I were talking about it one day. She goes, I don't know what to do with your dad and your brothers. They just are not giving me a break with this Carmen and Neil thing. Yeah. I said, well, either you accept Neil or let Carmi go.
Yeah.
Those 2 choices, because I guarantee you she will not choose y'all over him. No. And now they've been married, I don't know, 20-something years. They have a 16-year-old gorgeous daughter. You know, they live in Tampa. She's a smarty pants. She's the head of the diabetic research facility there in Tampa. She was head out of UAB. Yeah. They come after her.
That's blood.
And so they got a really good life. But, you know, that's what I say, be you. Like, you can't help who you fucking love or who you feel you are or makes you happy. You know? I mean, I'm a woman and all woman, but I get it. Look, and I love men, but I think women are the most beautiful creatures on earth.
They are stunning. The power they have. And
the men who are really, really handsome are only handsome because they have girl looks.
That's true.
Well, thank you, Sheila. I didn't do my nails recently. Dude, Sheila Mitchell, you're amazing, Mama Wolf.
God bless. And so she is identifying as him or
as male, yes. Yeah, and he's 17.
Okay, so her pronoun is him. Well, you just tell him that Mama said, just go for it. Be you, love you. As long as you love yourself, you know.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and Mama, you accept her, right? So
absolutely, yeah. I mean, you know,
that's
I've always.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
At least for the child or the young adult, you know, praying that your parents are going to love you regardless. That must be so.
I mean, I remember, you know, we all must have times with letting our parents down of fear, you know, letting our parents down. And I don't want my child to ever think they could let me down by just being their true selves, ever. It makes no sense. I can't even make sense out of that.
Yeah, my oldest grandson, Rico, Wayno's oldest son, he identifies as binary. And so does the girl that he lives with, Sierra, just adorable chunk of love she is, and him too, but he's huge.
Wow.
He's about 6 foot. He's about probably 6'4", 6'5", and he's taller than his father.
Wow.
Taller than his father, and he probably weighs close to 300 pounds.
Oh, that's a football player. That's a monster. Wow.
Huge. He designs the wedding dress.
Good for him. Good.
Fucking good at it.
Damn right.
Good at it. When he was 10 years old, he could go into Alexander McQueen's shop down in where they call it, where all the shops are in New York City, Manhattan, or whatever. But there was a guard at the door, and they said, Rico, how you doing? Come on. And not only did he come to the showroom, they let him back where the seamstress were.
Wow.
He was so talented even then. He was very talented. So he's always wanted to sew, and his dream is making gowns, especially wedding gowns. So that's what he does in Portland, Oregon now.
I love that.
I don't really know. And I told him, I said, I don't really know what that means, baby, but I don't.
Hey, he's the best at what he does. That's what matters. Always be the best at what you do.
You smile and be happy, and she is happy.
Oh, she. I love that.
Yeah, that's what they call me. She.
Well,
Wayno wanted Rico was the first. Lena wanted him to call me Grand She.
Grand She.
Yes, Grand She. But it came out She.
Yeah.
That's cooler.
The first grandchild always named.
That's usually how it works. It's how they end up like pronouncing the words.
I've heard that.
Yeah. Whatever the first grandchild calls you is usually what you're called for the rest of your life.
Everybody's loving it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We get a little bit more time. We're going to streak out of Mama. Before we go, I got a couple more questions real quick. Mama, where do you see yourself doing this time next year? Do you see yourself having more merch, doing more tours, maybe writing a book?
I've been offered. People want me to write a book, but I can't write.
Have someone do it for you, though, like an autobiography or something.
I'd need a ghostwriter.
Or whatever, yeah.
It has to be about my life. Honey, you can't make this shit up. You understand what I'm
That's what I'm saying. Write about it or have someone do it for you.
I headed to school one morning after getting in a fight with my sister at 13 years old with 60 cents in my pocket for lunch and left my mom and daddy's house, went to the interstate, and I ended up in New Orleans. 13.
Only you.
Like, that's ballsy. Like, you
That's
weren't scared.
By the time I called my mother, the FBI and everything were involved.
Get out of here.
And my mother said when I finally called her, the first thing she says, if you're happy where you are, don't tell me where you are. I said, I want to come home.
Oh.
How old were you?
I said, okay. Guess what? I flew from New Orleans to Birmingham. Jefferson County Sheriff's Department met me, not my mother. They took me to Etowah County line. The Etowah County Sheriff's picked me up, took me to the courthouse where my mother was sitting in the judge's office. As soon as I walked through that fucking door, she signed a piece of paper, and they turned me around and took me to fucking Judy.
Oh my God! How old were you?
My mama said, you gonna see, bitch.
Oh.
I mean, 3 weeks, she didn't know where I was, alive or dead. The entire fucking town was looking for me. I had ex-boyfriends. She said they were looking for me together.
That's big news in that small town.
Oh, you must have scared the shit out of her, and she was going to show you.
I hate myself for that, Heather.
Well, you know, I'm sure I can understand that, but I mean, it was something you had to experience.
You didn't go home
life,
first?
you had to experience that for some reason.
You went right from fucking court to juvie? You didn't go home or nothing? You went right from court, right from traveling to court?
My mother didn't even stand up to hug me.
No,
sitting in a chair.
No laundry.
And they turned right around and took me straight to juvie.
No.
A cell, just like prison. It was just like prison. It had a little window in the door and a thing for your tray to slide through. It had a toilet, which was your toilet and your sink was the same thing. And a cot. And that was it.
Shitty food.
Food wasn't so bad, to be honest with you. But, and oh my God, all the counselors fell in love with me. One of them even took me and 2 other people from there to Six Flags.
While you're locked up?
Yeah, the counselors there and
like a
and
trip?
The guards just fucking yes, signed us out, took us to Six Flags.
Shut the front door.
It was a field day.
They loved me. Oh my God, they just fucking loved me in there.
How could they not, man? You're
I
amazing.
would sing Crocodile Rock by Elton John at night. The girls in there. I mean, I was in there with the girl that was right next to me had murdered her father after she witnessed him murder her mother.
Whoa.
And that child.
7-year-old boy in there. They had a boy's side and a girl's side. We only saw each other during a lunch in school. And we were separated in separate halls afterwards, but there was a 7-year-old boy in there who had beaten to death a 5-year-old girl.
Whoa.
And hit her under some pine straw or something, and he was in there. They charged that baby as an adult.
At 7? I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible, the situation.
Well, he had no idea what the fuck he was doing. I remember being in the visitation room one time with Mama, and he was in there. The only time I ever saw him, because he never came out of his cell. Only time I ever saw him, and he was just a little boy, and his parents were in there with him, and he was just so, I don't know, he's just so sad. Anyway, but
was he emotionless? Was he just quiet? Was he just like nothing?
I didn't really stare or watch him, and me and Mama were talking. I just knew that's who it was.
Wow.
I just kind of just looked at him. I mean, I didn't stare at him or nothing.
Well, Sheila, I know it's getting late. We've talked to you literally an hour before. We're going to get going. Would you do me the honor of coming back on again in a couple months in the future just to shoot the shit?
Absolutely fucking not.
Oh no! Oh no! Wah wah.
I forgot to tell you it's opposite day.
I know. I knew you were playing with me. Unless she blocks me after the show, I think we're cool.
Not gonna be blocking you, baby.
Oh, you're amazing, Sheila. Anything we left out? Anything you want to mention before we go? I've only stolen enough of your time.
we could talk forever and ever, and I'm sure there's more stories that people would love to hear. But we'd go forever.
Pick up where we left off next time. And,
Okay.
I mean, just my entire life, like I said, since 13. I mean, it is a book. It's a hell of a story. I mean, anyone who listens to my son's music, he knows of a great deal of it because I was so young when I had him, and he was always with me. God love him.
Rock and roll baby.
I didn't really pawn him off very much to his grandparents. I just took him with me.
You accomplished a lot, man. He thinks the world of you, rock and roll baby, man. We keep up with that shit, and I didn't want to make this about
that video.
I don't want to make this about him because it's not. But at the same time, like I want to obviously have your involvement, but you're your own entity, and I didn't want you to be like, oh, these guys just like Yellow Wolf, they're bringing me on, because it literally is, Sheila. It's all about you, and as much as we love Yella,
you know what, baby doll. Actually, I really respect you saying that, but I already knew that, or I wouldn't be here. Because I have done a podcast before, and the only reason I haven't done any since then is because it's all the fuck they wanted to talk about.
That's what I figured, and it's great, and he's amazing. But
and I don't mind. I love him. But I have another child, and I have 6 grandchildren.
Jasmine.
I mean, he's not the only fucking thing in my life.
No,
there's other things. There's other things to talk about, and quite frankly, if you know him and a fan and listen to his music, how can I tell you that he hasn't?
Oh, real quick, Sheila, what does your sign say for those of you that can't read it?
Oh yeah, the one behind.
The one behind you.
You say I'm a witch like it's a bad thing.
As soon as I trademark it, as soon as I asked her to be on the show, she's like, I love to talk some spooky, weird shit. I'm like, oh, she's in. Then she told me the UFO thing, the ghost thing, knowing shit, intuitions. I go, this is big. This isn't just fucking tattoos and Harleys and rock and roll, baby. This is like legit. I'm honored to be your friend, and I'm honored.
I'm like an onion.
Girl, you gave me your time, man. You gave me your time.
The layers off. I'm like an onion.
You're amazing.
Oh, donkey on Shrek. He's like an onion.
Guys, check out Sheila Diane, Sheila Mitchell, Mama Wolf. The site will be up soon. You see shit, message her.
On Instagram, it's Sheila Diane with one N.
Yep.
2407. I don't know why my son made that up. He started my Instagram account, and he spelled my name wrong. So,
like Heather says, her middle name's Diane too, but with 2 N's. It's not one. But hey,
we're gonna find more ways, but we're connected somehow, some way. I have no doubt of that. Me and Mama, I have no doubt of that.
Ow!
I already feel it.
Yeah, and I'm very excited to find out another. Yeah.
For you, yes, and for you guys watching, real quick, if you guys want this bong, let me know. Mama, you got some of these in stock for sale?
Yes, absolutely.
It'll come with a sticker and all that shit. Message me if you don't know Mama and you don't know what to message her, you're scared. Message me and I'll message Mama for you. Hey, Tom Smo wants 2 bongs in Maine. Whatever the fuck. Just let me know. Mama, thank you for coming on Historically Limited VOCAST. I'll be up on YouTube.
Thank you for asking me, baby. Thank you so much.
So thank you for coming on and giving me your time. Heather, thank you for